In the shadows of the internet, a name has emerged. Tim Cheese, known to most as the John Pork Killer. Today we unravel the definitive lore of Tim Cheese, his rise, his impact, and the story you were never told. So what you're about to hear is the actual canonical storyline of Tim Cheese and everything surrounding him, according to the creator. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Our story starts out with the pig you know as John Pork. It was April 6th, 2023, in the city of Atlanta, Georgia. John Pork had just won $3 million at a casino. It was about 1 a.m. He was on his way to celebrate with his friends at a local bar. He had just grabbed a bite to eat beforehand, a cheese sandwich. He was eating the cheese sandwich on his way there to the bar, and suddenly, a mouse named Tim Cheese approached him. Tim then asked John for a bite of his cheese sandwich. John declined. Tim then immediately walked away, nowhere to be found. 2 minutes later, as John was walking through a crosswalk, Tim was spotted with none other than an AK-47. He then proceeded to open fire on John Pork. John was hit twice in the back of the head and was found dead on the Atlanta streets. Tim then fled the scene, leaving authorities unaware of who John Pork's killer really is. The locals had been protesting the death of John Pork, saying things like, "I won't eat pork until they find the killer of JP." Local authorities identified the killer really swiftly. Local investigators found him hidden away in his cabin, located in Colorado. They immediately arrested him, but what they found next shocked the local media. There were 3 more bodies buried in Tim's garden. The victims were identified as Quandale Dingle, Smurf Cat, and Freak Bob. After this discovery, Tim was interrogated. When they asked him why he killed those innocent people, he then said this, and I directly quote, "I didn't kill them. These memes were already dead. I just made them stop breathing." After this interrogation, new details emerged from the case about the 3 victims found in the garden. It was revealed that in January 2023, before the killing of John Pork, Tim Cheese was promised money by an anonymous individual to kill Quandale Dingle. Tim waited for Quandale for 2 hours since Quandale was at a concert. Tim then spotted Quandale on a dark street, and without hesitation, Tim shot Quandale in the head with a sniper rifle. Tim then dragged his body to Quandale's apartment and staged the crime as a suicide by placing a handgun next to his body. Freak Bob arrived at Quandale's apartment and saw Tim at the murder scene. Freak Bob lashed out at Tim, attacking him. Tim then grabbed a broken plate and stabbed Freak Bob in the stomach, killing Freak Bob as well. Tim, fearing too much evidence, then took the bodies and buried them in his garden in Colorado. Jumping back to present day, Tim Cheese was charged for his crimes, sentenced to life in prison. Tim was being transported by train to a notoriously corrupt prison in Norway. When the train got there, Tim, along with several others, was nowhere to be found. The only trace left of him was a chilling note by Tim. The note read, "You can do whatever you want, but you won't find me. I know the FBI will be looking for me, but I won't be caught." The FBI then put a search out for Tim. Later on, Tim Cheese was found in the woods, reportedly attacking a team of FBI agents, leaving only one survivor. The sole surviving agent provided the following harrowing account of the incident. "My team and I were driving near the woods when we spotted him walking among the trees. We immediately stopped the vehicle and grabbed our weapons. Harold, one of our team members, didn't hesitate to open fire. Tim Cheese was hit in the chest but continued walking. He advanced towards Harold, grabbing his neck, and slammed his face into a tree. He then killed the rest of us with his bare hands. He was shot multiple times, but it would appear to not affect him. Overcome with fear, I dropped my gun and started running. When I looked back, I saw him staring at me. He then took the car and drove away." Later on, it was reported that Tim was spotted at a local bar in Norway. It was reported that Tim killed everyone in the bar. The bar was found in a gruesome state, with bodies scattered and blood on the walls. Local residents reported hearing screams and sounds of objects being smashed. A note left behind read, "If you are reading this, then you are already too late. I escaped Norway. You won't be able to find me. And this isn't the end. This is just the beginning. Everyone will die. Every person who crosses my path will be slaughtered one by one like animals." After all of this, Texas police later found the body of Marvin Beek, known to be John Pork's best friend. They found another note which linked the death to Tim Cheese, which read, "These are the consequences of you guys trying to find me. When you try to find me or cross my path, then I will do what I must." Authorities don't know if this murder took place before or after the prison escape. And to this day, nobody knows who his next victim will be. Alright, and that's the full updated lore that we currently have as of making this video. Now, before this video ends, I just want to say there's a lot of content creators on various platforms creating their own headcanons about characters like Tim Cheese and John Pork, but all the lore that I just shared is the true canonical storyline of Tim Cheese according to the creator of the meme and all of his videos. I just want to say a huge shout out to ChopOW on TikTok. That's where I got all this lore from, and you know, he created the meme in the first place. And if there's any more lore drops from him, I'll be sure to make part 2, so stay tuned, sub up, and peace.